this idea that, that was my first exposure to the concept of Black Lives Matter. It wasn't, a tragic killing by a police officer. I'm not saying that that doesn't happen, but I don't know any black men who've been shot by cops, but I know a whole lot of black men who've been shot by black people. So I'm trying to figure out what do I need to label this for you to acknowledge the problem. And what I realized is that I was making the mistake of asking other people to acknowledge the problem. That's the mistake. I don't really now I don't look for others to acknowledge what should matter to us. So what, in my view, what should matter to us is our families, are our children safe? Do we care about each other? Are we building stable institution-like scenarios in our lives that are going to allow us to have the security that we deserve? What's our wealth looking like? Is our assets exceeding our liabilities? What does our mental health look like? Are we running around blind, deaf, crippled, dumb, and crazy, and traumatized and stressed out from microaggressions and all these other things, fighting all the time? Or are we looking for peace? Are we trying to heal? Are we even allowing ourselves to be in spaces where you can heal? It's hard to heal when every day you got to get up and go to work and work for somebody who gives you blatant hostility. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like you go to work and you're getting this contempt, right? And then also you're getting dumped on. So you're getting contempt at the job, but then also you turn on social media and you're getting people are trauma dumping on you every morning. Anybody ever notice that? You wake up and you turn on Instagram, you turn on Twitter, and first thing you see is something terrible happening to a black person, and we're being reminded of like how horrible your life is supposed to be, and so maybe you feel guilty for being happy that day. Like, how dare you be happy? You black, you can't be happy. That's not allowed, right? And then lastly would be physical health. The physical most black people are we're so fascinating because I think we're the only group of people that we end up that end up dying from a bunch of illnesses that could have been prevented. We 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 OD on the fried chicken and everything else, right? Next thing you know, the heart disease pops up, the diabetes pops up, the strokes, all these other things, right? And I think that these problems exist because they're neglected. No one ever actually fixes these things. And this is an investment discussion because remember, your life is built around three key ideas: health, wealth, and relationships. So your wealth is affected by your health. If your health falls apart, doesn't matter how much wealth you have, big pharma and the hospitals and the doctors are going to take all your wealth away. That's what they do. First thing they do when you are disabled or whatever, you go to a nursing home, they go and they take all your assets. They see how much you got in home equity or whatever. So they just take that. And then also if your relationships fall apart, the number one driver of or sorry, let me say this. Divorce is a massive, massive, massive cause of bankruptcy, and it's a massive wealth killer. So the average divorcee's wealth drops by 70% when they get a divorce. And also, just broken families means you're not working together to build businesses. You're not able to get along. Remember, all those Indian families, they go up and buy all the gas stations in Detroit, and then they go buy all the hotels in Chicago or something. Then they buy all the 7-Elevens in Philadelphia. Well, a prerequisite for them to be able to go in and buy up all the assets in your neighborhood is that they have to get along, right? In order for the Asian hair care company to be able to go in and basically take all billions of dollars from black women getting their hair done, is that they got to all be on the same page, right? And being on the same page is not something that works if you don't have a culture that trains you to be on the same page. And that's really basic ideas. Like, do you put the group ahead of the individual, or do you put the individual ahead of the group? If all I care about is my individual liberties and how I individually get to do my individual thing, then I'm probably not going to be very good at being part of a group. I'm going to be like Bobby Brown in New Edition, out here trying to take my shirt off for the girls and dancing out of sync and all this other stuff, right?